Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean in 12. I'm coming at you live via Facebook, and I want to share inside this fat loss video 3 simple steps that you can use to shrink and incinerate stubborn fat cells in 12 minutes flat. And this is specifically designed for the hormonal condition of people over 35 years old. So you'll see all 3 steps listed here. I'll go over them in detail and show you how you can do this in as little as 12 minutes. Now, if you're watching this or scrolling through your feed and you're coming across this, my name is Sean Hatzel. I'm a stubborn fat expert. I've been in the health and fitness industry over 20 years. I'm also a grandfather to 3 beautiful grandkids and another one on the way. And I'm married to my beautiful wife, Karen, who has been fortunate enough over the last 5 years with me to help over 100,000 people with our products and services. And so I want to show you how these 3 simple steps can shrink and incinerate stubborn fat cells in 12 minutes flat, how I've used this to actually stay under 10% body fat for the last 15 years, and how my wife Karen used this when her cancer journey forced her into early menopause. She used this 12-minute metabolic trick as a catalyst to alleviate all her symptoms from menopause and actually lose almost 20 pounds of stubborn menopause belly fat. So the first step that you must use in order to burn stubborn fat cells is you must prime your hormones. And there's 2 hormones in particular that you must prime: insulin and glucagon. So insulin must be flatlined, and that will optimize glucagon because they're kind of like night and day. They're the opposite of each other. And what raises insulin really is eating food, and particularly eating carbs by themselves. So there's 3 simple ways to prime your fat burning hormones. Remember, when you eat food and you elevate insulin, it's impossible for your body to access and shrink stubborn fat cells. But by balancing your meals and making sure that you never eat sugars, certain ripe fruits like bananas, and starches by themselves, by combining them with a protein and a vegetable and or a small amount of friendly fat and balancing those meals, now you'll stabilize insulin more to keep your body in a fat-burning environment. The second thing that you can do to prime your hormones and flatline insulin and elevate glucagon for faster fat loss is strategic fasting. So simply by waiting 3 hours or longer after a balanced meal to exercise, or waking up in the morning on an empty stomach if you have belly fat to lose and you're healthy, and engaging in this right movement patterns upon waking in a fasted state. By doing this, insulin has been lowered because you've slept all night, and now your body will access those stubborn fat cells to shrink them up to 300% faster than you would if you ate before exercise. The third thing that you can do is, if you have a problem fasting or you don't like strategic fasting, you can simply take a walk. So if you eat an hour or 2 before a meal, that's still a healthy choice and you can still get great results. Just make sure that you take about a 5 to 10 minute walk before you start moving. This will help flatline and stabilize insulin to keep your body in a fat burning environment as well. That's step number 1, prime your fat burning hormones. Step number 2 is to release your fat burning hormones. The first thing that you must do, especially if you're over 35 years old, to release stubborn fat is to avoid excessive cardio. There are 4 published studies, and somewhere around this video you'll see a link where you can get access to those published studies on my website, showing that excessive amounts of cardio for people over 35 years old shuts off your thyroid, which is your body's #1 fat burning gland, increases cortisol, which is your body's belly fat hormone, increases your appetite. Research shows that people do excessive cardio eat over 100 calories more after a workout than people who avoid it. It also elevates free radicals inside your body. These are the same free radicals that age your body faster and make you look older. And then there's even a 5th study that shows people like marathon runners or excessive cardio athletes actually can increase their risk of a heart attack by up to 9 times because it can cause heart scarring when it's abused. The second thing you must do to release fat burning hormones is exercise less. So today's most popular workouts, P90X, Insanity, CrossFit, these are great ways to lose belly fat. However, they're designed for younger people. The ballistic nature of the movements used in these workouts and the long duration fights against your body's current hormonal state. So I recommend that you avoid that, and instead you replace it with 20 to 30 second anti-aging movement patterns. Now, these movement patterns are specifically designed to release fat-burning hormones. One study even shows that these movement patterns can increase growth hormone production over 700%. And they'll also release hormones called catecholamines. And put it in simple terms, these catecholamines are released from the adrenal glands. They convert into epinephrine, and that epinephrine is responsible for releasing triglycerol from your fat cells into the bloodstream so that you can shrink stubborn fat cells. The third and final step, and this is the most important, is that you must avoid fat defense. When you're over 35 years old, your fat loss hormones start rapidly declining. And what ends up happening is when you're done exercising and using these 30-second anti-aging movement patterns, what ends up happening is all these free fatty acids are floating around in the bloodstream that you've released from your fat cells. So you're shrinking your fat cells. However, research shows that they can actually restore or resettle into another area of your body. Now, we've coined this fat defense, but the scientific term for it is called reesterification. And if you're over 35 years old and you want to burn stubborn belly fat, you must avoid reesterification. Otherwise, you're just going to end up restoring the fat cells that you release from number 1 and number 2. Now, for those of you who will question my credibility or my ability to use this actual protocol to stay under 10% body fat year round, I'll go ahead and place my before and after pictures below. It'll show you for the last 10 years how I've been able to use this trick to keep six-pack abs. I don't share any of that to impress you, just to impress upon you. If you're over 35 years old, this stuff works. So make sure that you like this, you share this if you got something out of it, and then make sure you tap or click the link somewhere around this video so you can get access to this 12-minute med butt trick. Thanks for watching and keep going strong.